Hey guys, what's going on? Garanax here, bringing you another video on 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. So yesterday we talked about the Hell Red Demon and some of the units that are awesome for that raid. If you haven't seen that video, link will be at the top and in the description below. Be sure to check that out so you can prepare your team for Hell Red Demon. In today's video, we'll go through the Hell Grey Demon. So what we know about Hell Grey Demon is, first of course, it's a higher difficulty, so the stats of the demon is much higher, and Grey Demon deals a shit ton of damage. Second, we can only use green units for the raid. Third, King will be having a significant boost in Grey Demon, just like in lower difficulty. So with this information, here are some of the units that I personally feel will be extremely good for Hell Grey Demon. Note that I'll only be going through the units that Global currently have, and will not be touching on future units yet. When it comes to DPS, there isn't much choice we have, because Hell Grey Demon has so much stats that we are not able to deal any meaningful damage with normal attacks. So we have to rely on ult to get the damage in. So we only have about 3 choices for DPS units. First being King. King has a natural advantage against Grey Demon, and his passive allows him to consistently deal critical damage. Both of his skills are ranged attacks, so he can still deal damage to Grey Demon while he is on flying mode. However, we can't really rely on these skills for damage, so his ultimate comes in very well as well. He inflicts shatter damage, which ignores resistance. Now the downside to this is that most people will choose to build out Blue King instead, so you may not have a high ult level Green King, so his ult may not deal as much damage as you imagine. The second option is Escanor. His first skill is pretty much useless when Grey Demon is in flying mode, and he will deal a small amount of damage with his second skill. But Escanor's ult is one of the highest amount of raw damage, so his ult will be able to deal a significant amount of damage. And apart from his first skill, another downside to Escanor is that his passive will remove all buffs or shield that you may place on him, which everyone who plays Escanor will find this very annoying. The last option is Jericho. Both of Jericho's skills are useless when Grey Demon is in flying mode, as they are both melee attacks, but it will still build up her passive and also her ult. And her ult deals a significant amount of damage, especially when it crits. When it does crits, her damage potential is much higher than Escanor's, simply because her damage scales very well with crit damage. So those are the only DPS units that are suitable for Hell Grey Demon. And since the strategy for Hell Grey Demon is mainly rushing ult, 2 characters come to mind immediately. First is Merlin. Her passive gives you an ult gauge at the start of the fight, so that helps in rushing ult very easily. And her shield provides a bit of protection from the high damage, so she is a really good support unit. Another fantastic support unit that helps in rushing ult is Elizabeth. She starts the battle with 2 ult gauge from her passive, and that makes it really easy for her to rush her ult. And then she will be able to fill the entire team's ult gauge by 2, and that rushes the entire team's ult really quickly. And if you pair her up with Merlin, she'll start with 3 orbs, so you can get her ult immediately on the second turn, and that in turn rushes everyone's ult. Besides that, she also has really good healing on her second skill and her ult as well, so that ensures your team's survivability. In terms of damage reduction support unit, Valenti is fantastic. In fact, many JP players recommended that Valenti is a must-bring unit for Hell Grey Demon, simply because she reduces so much incoming damage. Her passive reduces Grey Demon's pierce rate by the amount of resistance she has, so use resistance food and put her on a team, you will take almost no damage. Now throughout the fight, Grey Demon will also put up a buff, which her ult has a rupture that will deal double the damage against buffed enemies, so Valenti is really recommended for survivability. If you're going for the DPS route, bringing Hellbrum for attack related stats buff, or Gil Thunder for attack buff will help. On the sub, you could go with Alioni for more attack, Jillian for more HP, or Rune to further reduce the incoming damage. Personally, I feel that for Grey Demon, you will spread yourself too thin if you're trying to fit everything into one team. So this is the one raid that you really have to split your work with your teammate. So one team will focus on DPS and another team will focus on support. So with both of your teams, you could go with teams like King, Hellbrum and Valenti for one team, and Merlin, Elizabeth and Valenti for the second team. From some of the videos that I've seen on YouTube, the incoming damage is really high, so that's why I recommend both teams bringing Valenti. However, if you're trying to fit into one team, I would personally go with Valenti King and also Elizabeth, and Alioni on the sub. So based on these characters, it should give you some ideas for your own team, so you can assess your own team and see what materials you are lacking to upgrade them. Then you want to farm them accordingly. Especially when this week is the half stamina week, you want to farm as much as possible to make sure that you have the materials to get your team ready for Hell Grey Demon. I hope this video gives you some insights into Hell Grey Demon and how you can prepare for it. If you wish to have some discussion for Hell Grey Demon, consider joining my Discord, link will be in the description below. If you have any tips that you would like to share with other players, feel free to comment down below. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross videos. That's it for today, take care and have a great day ahead.